Vince Lombardi once said, winning is not a sometime thing, it's an all-time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. I've learned in my career I'm only as good as the tools I use.
12 for Levi Morgan.
One chance, one moment, one shot.
Get in the red zone. Carbon Express's small diameter Maxima Red SD, taking big game hunting to an all-new level, making other competitors' single spine arrows obsolete. Patented tri-spine technology controls arrow flight, delivering better downrange energy and accuracy, all in a small diameter shaft. Think you're shooting the best hunting arrow in the game? Think again. Stay in the red zone. Assume nothing and shoot Carbon Express.
All right, Darren, here we're looking at the women's pro class. They're going to be up first. Kaylee Johnston leading with a 4:04. Emily McCarthy second at 4:03. Sharon Wallace with a 4:02. Cara Kelly 3:86. And Christine Harrelson at a 3:80.
Yeah, barring any big screw-ups from the top three there or some big mistakes, it's really a three-person race. Those top three there in the podium.
Here we've got senior pro Richard Leftwich at a 4:06, tied with Kevin Cook 4:06 as well. Art Brown at 4:03, also tied with Darren Collins at 4:03, and Joel Threadgill 3:95.
Yeah, 11 points from top to bottom here. This is really anybody's race.
All right, there we go. Open Pro, Levi Morgan, what can you say, 4:28. Dan McCarthy in second at 4:18. Jack Wallace 4:14. Chris Hacker 4:10, and Justin Fuller 4:09.
Yeah, Levi's got a 10-point lead. These guys are going to have to get aggressive to catch him.
All right, here's going to be the real, this one's going to be a good one. Known pro Brady Hempen 4:46. Robert Householder 4:46. Curtis Broadnax 4:44. Jace Bowles 4:40. And Derek Ballingy 4:36.
Anybody's ball game here. These guys are going to shoot some 14s. They're going to have to get aggressive to win this tournament.
I think the average age there is about 18.
They're not very old, I know that.
All young guys. So, Darren, let's talk about what the layout is here. For those who don't know it, right now we've got some archers on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what they're doing.
All the unknown classes, which are all three pro classes other than the known pro division, get a 10-minute judging period. So they get to go out there, make some notes of what target they're on. They're going to do their best job to guess the distance and get prepared for when it's their time to come up and shoot. We'll run those three classes first, and then the known pros, they'll use a rangefinder. So they're going to be able to click each target with their rangefinder. They're going to know exactly what to set their sight for. We're going to have some great shoot-offs tonight.
And so we want to emphasize for those who may be watching for the first time, yes, there are archers out here who don't know the distance to these targets, and so that's a skill in and of itself.
It is. They're going to judge, guess the best they can. They're going to shoot one arrow at each target, rotate through. If we have anybody within 10 points of the leader, there'll be a sixth and final target. Ties will be broken. Ties will not be broken for first place on bonus rings.
All right, so Darren, when we come back, we're going to get the competition started. Let's take a quick commercial break here at the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am. All right, Darren, so we're back here at the playing field. We're waiting for competition to get underway. The archers are out there. They're still judging. So a big thing in the ASA is Shooter of the Year titles. We are one tournament away from that. Explain what that is and why that's so important.
Yeah, the Shooter of the Year is every score from every event is tallied up at the end of the year. You get one drop. So you can have a bad day. You can have a bad weekend. So you can throw out your worst score. But the ASA Classic, the final term of the year, it must count. So you don't get no leeway there, no room for error. So unfortunately this year, as everyone knows, it's been an abbreviated year. We don't have a lot of tournaments to, add to that pool, but we're still going to have a cumulative total, and then the Classic score will count, and each division, whoever has the highest score over the tournament season will be crowned Shooter of the Year.
And that's a big deal for the pros. They like that more than... It seems to me more than an individual title.
It is. It's a very prestigious award. The manufacturers pay a lot of contingency, so it's very important to the archers.
All right, Darren, well, let's go out to the field for our archer introductions. We're going to have Nathan Brooks calling them out.
Okay, in your women's pro division, in 5th place, qualifying is Christine Harrelson from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, shooting for PSE with a score of 380 and 6 bonus rings. In your 4th place qualifier, Cara Kelly from Lapeer, Michigan, with a score of 386 and 2 bonus rings, shooting for Matthews. Your 3rd place qualifier, Sharon Wallace from Townville, South Carolina, with a score of 402 and 10 bonus rings, shooting for PSE. And your 2nd place qualifier, Emily McCarthy from Wisconsin, with a score of 403 and 13 bonus rings, shooting for Matthews. And your number 1 qualifier is Kaylee Johnson from Dublin, Georgia, with a score of 404 and 6 12s, shooting for Matthews.
All right, Darren, so they're going to take their first shots here. They're eyeing it up. Now, folks at home are going to see some umbrellas out there. What are they doing with the umbrellas?
I'm going to say most of them are going to use the umbrella for shade. The sun will come in at weird angles, give them some glare in their peep, maybe some glare on their lenses. Some of them might choose it for wind if they want to try to keep the wind off their bow while they're at full draw, so we'll see. It looks like most of them are using it for shade right now. A couple of them for wind, maybe.
Got a good shot there, Emily McCarthy. Emily shot 12 up today. She just killed it on the course this afternoon.
The notes show, yeah, the notes show she shot 13 bonus rings. That's getting it now. A couple of really close arrows out there.
Yeah, we got a good look at our targets from our target cameras. We're going to go out here, and Don Bale and his team are going to give us call the scores out. Good shot of Sharon Wallace there, replay. Here's Don.
Is this Kaylee?
This is Kaylee with a 10.
She'll not lose anything there.
That's basically par.
Yep,
for
basically
golfers.
Par. Let's see if Emily can continue her bonus ring streak.
Oh, 5.
Obviously, she misjudged that one a little bit, I'm guessing.
That looks a little bit to the right of the 12 there. There we go. Yeah, you got to see that.
I believe it's a good 10. That's Sharon, I believe.
Sharon Wallace with a 10.
She'll take over 2nd place with that arrow. We've already had a flip-flop in the standings.
Yep. I talked to Cara Kelly. She said this morning that she told the other ladies, I'm going hunting. She's looking for 14s and nothing but.
Nice. I think she shot at the 12 there. She got an 8, so she's going to back up a couple of points. And then Christine looks like that Wolverine is a tough target, and her arrow looks really low to me. It is
a 5.
a 5.
Yeah.
We shot that thing yesterday to about 49 yards, I believe, and through the dark woods. That's an intimidating target.
45 yards.
49.
49 at
Yeah.
that thing. Ah, that's a small target.
Yeah, it's tough.
So now all the archers will shift to their right, and they'll shoot again. And it's basically a shoot when you're ready
Yep.
situation.
They get 1 minute, so Mike gives them 1 minute. Once everybody's ready, gives them 1 minute to get to full draw and make their shot.
We see the updated scores. Kaylee maintains her lead.
She's got 2 points over Sharon now. Good look at Cara. Cara shoots so good. She's always comment on how steady she is. She shoots a bow really, really well.
Oh, that might be an 8.
I'm not sure.
think that's right.
I think it's a 10. I don't know if she was shooting at the 14 and went low or just got right-handed on that thing.
There's 2 lines there we should explain to folks. There's a scoring line, which is a 10, and then there's the core, which is a replaceable. So there's a line there, but that's not a scoring line. You can see it on that target there on the cat.
So Christine Harrelson went from the 5th position and rotated around to number 1, so they're calling her arrow first. Now we should go to Kaylee.
Here's our leader. 10 for Kaylee. 424.
We'll see some bonus rings here pretty soon. Speaking
There's
of the devil,
one.
there's one right there. Emily McCarthy. Almost dead center.
It's going to move her to 420.
Yeah.
That is the shortest target. We should say the javelina.
I know why she shot at the 12. The 14 is tiny on that target. This is Sharon, I believe.
Like
A good
she
10.
Just missed the upper. 422 now for Sharon.
And then Cara's on that Wolverine. I believe she's got a, I can't tell, and it looks like it's just wide right, isn't it? She may have been shooting at that 14
Just
there.
missed it. 8.
Kaylee's going to maintain the lead, but she's
Yeah.
just got 2 points on Sharon right now. And then Emily with that 12 got her right back up there, 2 points behind second place. So she's in third right now.
That's a tight race because Sharon Wallace has proved the past 2 months she can bring it when it counts.
Oh, I know. Sharon's very experienced out there, very comfortable out there, and she's definitely a tough competitor. This is arrow number 3. Good look at Sharon right there. She's got a good, and there's Emily. See if she can hit another bonus ring. Looks like she's aiming that bow awful well.
That's in the 12 vicinity. Couldn't quite see it.
Good strong
Oh,
shot from Sharon.
That looks like a 12. It's pretty close.
They're getting comfortable, getting warmed up, confident that their numbers are good.
Kaylee, I think she called upper. If she did, looks like she got it.
Good look at Christine Harrelson.
It was just off.
Cara may have done something spectacular
Yep,
over
we
there.
hear him cheering.
So Cara rotated from the 5th position around to target number 1. Let's see what she did.
That's the Bobcat. There
14.
it is.
She found it.
.416 there for Cara.
Eight for Christine.
8 for Christine. Moves her to 403.
So then I believe Kaylee's here.
If
She
she-
does shoot a lot of uppers. That.
Yeah.
See if she did.
Oh, no.
Maybe
she
not.
mustn't
No,
call that.
she's not disagreeing, so she probably didn't call the upper. In case you're wondering, if you shoot that upper 12 ring, you have to call it.
Right.
The low one's always in play. But if you call the upper and hit the lower, it's just a 10. Emily.
12 for Emily.
Man, she's finding some bonus rings. 13 in regulation and 2 already out of 3 arrows here.
That's what she was doing today.
She looks pretty focused.
Yeah, she was just hitting those 12s when no one else could this morning.
Sharon's got a really close arrow there. If she gets a 10, I believe she'll be tied with Emily. If she gets a 12, which it looks a little high to me with that flashlight there, I believe they'll be tied. It is a 10. Emily will be in second because of her bonus ring count right now.
Right. There's a look here at Christine Harrelson.
Christine, let's see what her facial expression looks like when that arrow hits. Not sure it's what she wanted.
Yeah.
Right through the core line there. You can see that core line, that arrow hit right in it. This is the 4th arrow, I believe, right?
Yes.
Good look at Sharon there.
So now they judged beforehand, but now they're up at the line. Will many of them make changes?
They can. If the first couple arrows they shoot hit low or high or not where they were expecting, they can make a change on the fly and make an adjustment. They'll need to, obviously, as close as this is for first, second, and third. If they're not confident in what their initial guess was, they'll need to make a quick adjustment. Emily's aiming that bow really nice. Her stabilizer's just barely moving there. Good strong shot.
That was the Wolverine. It was in the area of the 12. I heard some cheers.
Yeah,
good shot in.
The crowd's applauding.
Oh, Christine hasn't shot yet.
There is some wind out on this field. It's pretty good. It's coming from like our left to right, which will be directly behind the shooters right now, blowing toward the targets.
Yeah, and Christine has been known to be the last shooter. That's kind of her style.
Good looking shot on that javelina there.
Yeah, that's going to be close. So we're going to rotate down, and we're going to call.
I believe this is Sharon. She gets a 10. That'll move her to 442.
Yep.
I'm not sure what we
10
got
on
there.
the Audad. That was for Cara.
Okay, Christine's coming up next. I believe she's got that 12 right there.
Yeah. Yep, there's a 12. Good for her.
Moves her to 415. Bonus rings are always good. Now we'll have Kaylee.
Kaylee and Emily it should be.
Kaylee's got a 2-point lead.
She's on the long one, the bless buck.
And she
got
12'd
the
it.
12. That's the longest target out there. And Darren, as we know, their max distance is 50 yards. We don't know what that distance is,
Right.
but
It's a long target. It's approximate 50. It's not unusual to see one a little over 50 in regulation, but usually Don tries to keep them under 50 in the shoot down, I believe.
and Emily also got the 12.
Wow. If I'm not mistaken, that's 3 out of 4 bonus rings for Emily here.
Yep, you are correct. And she now takes possession of second place.
Got second place back. Kaylee, that's bonus points on that Blesbach, 12 in that long target. And she needed it, obviously, as aggressive and as accurate as Emily's shooting right now. So anyone within 10 points of Kaylee after this next arrow will get to shoot a 6th and final arrow to have one last chance to make a move.
Looks like that's just going to be the top 3. Barring disaster, of course.
Good look at Kaylee right there. Let's see what she does here on this little Wolverine. Good strong shot. I believe she got at least 10 points there. Emily looks really focused.
Still holding.
Little breeze going on, but she's still, there she goes. Something wasn't quite right. She's going to start all over.
That's allowed, as you mentioned. You have a minute, so letdowns are allowed. She goes.
Cara had a good chuckle after her shot. I'm not sure where she hit. See what Emily does here. Good strong shot.
That's center 10.
She didn't give anything up there. So the 6th and final arrow could still decide this tournament. I believe Christine. No, it won't be Christine, will it? Emily.
Ah, she was on the far.
She was on that one, so she got a 10.
So that's a 454.
Is this Sharon here?
He's digging.
Ooh.
Oh, an 8. It's going to move her to 450 and 4 points behind Emily. This will be Cara. It looks like a 5.
Was this Cara?
Yeah, that was Cara.
Okay, she must have been gunning at that 14 or maybe caught some wind.
There is a gust. It's a pretty good gust that kicks up every now and then. That's why she was laughing. 10 for Christine.
So I think we're going to
So-
have 3 shooters in the final arrow. I'm not sure. What do we have for scores?
This is Kaylee.
Okay, yeah, we got Kaylee yet to go.
Yeah. And she
She's
got,
got
a
a
10.
10.
That's going to put her to 456. So I believe the Sharon Wallace score that's up on the screen is incorrect. It should be a 450 because she shot an 8 on her last arrow. Unless I'm mistaken on that.
Emily's focused. I like what I'm seeing out of Emily. She's
Yeah.
holding that bow nice and steady. She's hit a lot of bonus rings through regulation and now in here in the shoot down. Okay,
They
there we
corrected
go.
it. Yep.
So Kaylee's at 456, 2 points over Emily, and Sharon has a 450. Is that
She's a
correct?
450.
Okay,
Yep.
so Sharon will be the first shooter on the 6th arrow. She'll get first chance to put some pressure on the next 2 ladies.
All right, so Darren, now we have a whitetail in the background target that they typically use. They'll pull out and pitch it somewhere on the field, and then they'll have some time to judge it and shoot that. But they don't always go to that 6th
No.
target. Sometimes they take one that's already out there.
Yeah, sometimes they'll mix it up a little bit, but I think they'll give all 3 ladies 1 minute to judge it. And then again, I believe Sharon, since she's the lowest score, she'll shoot first, and then Emily will go second. Kaylee, since she's the leader, she'll get the last opportunity. With a 14 ring in play, this is far from over.
Yeah, Don Bailey did not go to the deer, so it looks like he's just moving the archers to a different position, but shooting an existing target.
Gotcha, and that's not unusual for them to do. I'm not sure which one they're looking at right now. Maybe the Blesbach? If that's the case, it is a fairly long target. It was long from
Yeah.
the stake. It's still fairly long because it is set the farthest away from the shooters.
I think it is the Blesbach because they're looking past the Wolverine. That's a difficult target because it is black, which means muscle lines, little divots in there are harder to see when it's all black like that.
Yeah, these rings are like embedded or embossed down into the foam, so the 14 rings probably not super visible, but these ladies are super familiar with these targets, and if they have enough guts to go for that 14, then they'll know where to aim.
All right, so let's talk strategy here for a minute. Sharon Wallace is going to be first. She's 6 points behind Kaylee. That's a tough position, but she's 4 points out of second place. You got to shoot at the 14.
I think so. I think as many times as Sharon's been in this position, as many shoot-offs as she's been in, she's not here to take third, but she can finish no worse than third. She has nothing to lose. She might as well go for that 14, in my opinion.
All right, so Sharon's up first, Sharon Wallace. Townville, South Carolina. She's already got some wins this season.
Yeah, and the wind's picking up, so that's not going to make this any easier here, but I bet she shoots at the 14.
Steady. Oh,
she did. She hit just low right of it. You can see there. Good look at it right there. She's going to take an 8, which will move her to 458. So now if Emily hits the target, she's guaranteed at least second place.
Yeah.
She just needs a 5 to take over Sharon.
So what do? Do you come here for second place?
2 points behind Kaylee. I would shoot at the 12. If she hits the bonus ring, then Kaylee has to shoot a 10, then they go to a 7th arrow. If she goes for the 14 and shoots a 5, she still gets second, but it's not as easy to aim at out there. So if I was Emily, I'd probably try to bear down and hit this 12. Unless she really wants to try to win it right here.
The way she's been shooting this weekend, she might be feeling it.
Mm-hmm. A 12 will move her to 466. If Kaylee shoots a 10, they would be tied and shoot another arrow. If Emily shoots anything other than a bonus ring, Kaylee's just going to have to shoot a 10 to win. I'm not sure what she'll do here. I'm thinking 12, but she might go for the win because she just needs a 5 to take guarantee second. So as long as she doesn't go high over its back, she'll get at least second.
Let down. And sometimes that gives you a good look.
Well, and she may have been aiming out there at that 14, and if she couldn't hold steady on her, the wind's too much to handle, she may change her mind here, but I really think she's going to try to 12 this target. A lot of wind.
Comes a big gust.
Mm-hmm. She did go at the 12.
Just missed it.
I think she's going to be just left.
Yeah. Good shot.
So a 10 puts her at 464. She's 8 points ahead of Kaylee. So Kaylee needs a 10 to win. By my math.
Your math sounds good.
Yeah. An 8. If Kaylee happens to shoot an 8 here, we'll shoot another arrow. Good look at Kaylee right there. She's such a strong shooter, such a good yardage judger.
Nurse, yeah, she's a full-time nurse, so she's got a busy schedule. Doesn't get much time to practice, but she makes the most of it.
She makes some pretty good bonus checks as a professional archer, too.
That's how she put herself through nursing school.
And?
Oh, she went for the 12.
Looks like she got the 10 line,
yeah,
so she's going to be the winner.
Second in a row for Kaylee Johnson. She won in London as well. It's a 10. There it is, official. She will take the win.
Good for Kaylee.
Kaylee's going to come over here to our microphone. We're going to ask her about her victory here.
And this is 2 in a row, correct?
Yes,
she won London.
In London as well.
She's got a streak going.
She won Foley too.
She's won all 3?
Yeah. No, Sharon Wallace won.
Sharon won, okay.
But 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, here's our Kaylee. Go ahead, Darren.
All right.
Hi.
Are you with us, Kaylee?
I'm here, yes.
Great job out there. That's 2 in a row if we're thinking right. Is that correct? You won London as well?
I did, yes, sir.
Fantastic. You're obviously judging good. You managed all this tough weather and all these dark conditions the other day. How'd things go for you out there?
This weekend was just slow and steady for me. You know, I tried to, you know, go for 12s that I thought I could hit and played safe on the other ones, and you know, just try to play my game, you know, just be smart about how I played it this weekend, and it worked out really well for me, so I'm pretty pleased overall.
It's got to be a good feeling to just need a 10 to win on those final arrows. You didn't have to do anything spectacular. Fantastic shooting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Kaylee, great win there, Darren. Next up, we are going to have Senior Pro. We're going to take a commercial break, and we will be right back to Cullman, Alabama. Welcome back, everyone, to the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am here in Cullman, Alabama. We're going to go back to Nathan Brooks for our shooter introductions for Senior Pro.
From Polkton, North Carolina, shooting for Elite with a score of 395 and 9 bonus rings, Joe Threadgill. From Helena, Kansas, shooting for Matthews with a score of 403 and 7 bonus rings, Darren Collins. From Hobart, Oklahoma, in 3rd place, shooting for Expedition with a score of 403 and 12 bonus rings, Mr. Art Brown. From Chillicothe, Illinois, shooting for Matthews with a score of 406 and 8 bonus rings, Kevin Cook. And in 1st place, from Roanoke, Virginia, shooting for Martin with a score of 406 and 11 bonus rings, Mr. Richard Leftwich.
Okay, Darren, senior class, these are your guys out there. Let's talk about what you see out there shooting with these guys today.
I actually shot with Richard. Good look at Richard right there. I shot with Richard all day today. He shot 10 up today. Fantastic score. He shot solid, played smart. We talked about the strategy through the day. You know, he got a couple of targets. He wanted to get aggressive. I said, man, just don't give anything back. You're in good shape. And when we got down to the final target, if he hit the target, he was going to be in the shoot down. So that's a great place to be. So good for Richard.
Yeah, he said yesterday before the storm, the thunderstorm came, he was shooting great. Then the storm came, and then he said he dug himself a hole, so he had to dig out of it today.
I'm very familiar with that story. I did the same thing. So here we go. Good look at Kevin right there.
Kevin Cook, his name is pronounced.
Yep.
Everyone should know.
He's a rookie senior as well. Good strong shot there from Kevin. So this will be interesting. We're 11 points from top to bottom here. 1st and 2nd are 6 up. 3rd and 4th are 3 up, so this should be a great shoot down.
Absolutely. There's a look at Art Brown, and here's his shot right here. Art at the javelina. That's the shortest target out there. Just missed it.
Yeah, he's got a good 10, so he didn't lose anything there. These guys, it'll take them an arrow or two to get calibrated maybe.
This is going to be Richard Leftwich.
Starts off strong with a dozen. Helping his cause right there.
Into 418. Kevin Cook. See that one. 10.
So Richard's going to take an outright lead after the first arrow.
Here we come to Art.
We had solid look.
Oh, yeah.
We got to look at that. Good solid 10.
It's going to move Art to 413.
Darren Collins had to manhandle that longest target. That Blesbach was his first arrow, so let's see how he did there. He'll be glad to get that one out of the way.
Darren Collins said he didn't shoot good enough to be here, so he's glad to be here.
He did shoot good enough to be here then.
He said almost nothing went his way, and yet he found a way into the finals. So he shoots a 10 on that longest target, Blesbach.
And Joel starting on that Wolverine. That's a tricky little target.
Yeah.
He got a 10 as well. Very good.
Right.
So Richard takes an outright lead there. Not a whole lot of changes, but he'll be glad to have that 2-point lead.
Everybody shifts to the right.
See all these old guys putting their glasses on to set their
Yes.
sight. I can joke about it. I can joke about it because I have to do the same thing, or look through my binoculars upside down.
To check your sight.
The
tape.
struggle is real. Everybody laughs and says, "Oh, 50's not that bad." Let me tell you something.
The wheels come off the cart at about 49.5.
I think it was 42 for me. Another good look at Kevin there. He shifted over to, he's going to shoot the Javelina now, I believe. He's on the shortest target, so here's a chance for him to go after a bonus ring pretty aggressively, I'd say.
Art's calling upper on the Blesbach.
Mm-hmm. Probably a good plan. Most likely those longer targets, you'd have a tendency to underjudge it a little bit, so he's going to give himself some room to fall without damage. This upper 12's really changed this game. We used to just shoot low 12s only, and you had to get in the low 12 to get the bonus ring. Now you have that option, so some guys have really figured out, guys and gals have figured out that upper 12 game, and it's really changed the scores.
Right, so if their number is soft, aiming for the upper, it's a 10, which is basically par, versus some of those lower 12s, you can get into an 8 real quick. There's Joel Threadgill. Joel said he took a lot of years off to raise his 2 kids. He's got one boy who likes to race motorcycles and one who's into baseball.
I think he went 14 hunting maybe.
And he got it.
Sure did.
Good for him.
Good for Joel.
It's going to be a 419.
He was 11 points behind the leaders coming in, but man, if you can get him back 4 at a time there, that's he can make a move. That's Richard's arrow.
All right, look at that. So this is where we always talk about, Darren, the line
soft
pulling.
foam. Yep. You can see how it stretches there. That's a good look how it's distorted that. It's not round anymore.
Yeah.
The arrow still has to touch it though, or it won't count. I think that's wide. Nope, he got the 10.
He gave it to him. 410 for Richard. He didn't give anything back.
I'm looking at it on a big flat screen TV, so they obviously had a much better look than I did.
Javelina, that's obvious.
Kevin smashed that 12 right there. We said that's the shortest target and be a good chance for him to get aggressive, and he did.
And now that's going to move him back to a tie.
I got a quick glimpse of Art's arrow. He did call upper, so he was aiming at the high side of the 10 on this Blesbach, and I believe his arrow fell quite a bit if I saw what I think I saw. Let's see here in just a second what it looks like.
Whoa.
He went way low. He may have misset his sight.
Misset sight?
Yeah, he may have. That's a big miss if he didn't misset his sight.
Yeah.
He's still laughing about it.
I don't know. I've misjudged that bad before. But
I have too.
I'm nowhere on Art's level, so let's be clear about that.
So Darren Collins got a 10 on that little
10.
Wolverine.
Okay.
Kevin's 12 tied him back up with Richard. So
Joel Threadgill moved up a spot.
He sure did. He's in third right now.
Well, Darren Collins will be scored. That'll move up to a 423.
Gotcha. My bad.
They'll catch that up there in a second.
So Joel will move up to fourth. You're correct. I jumped the gun there a little bit. So Richard's probably still leading on bonus rings, but they are tied for score. Darren Collins is in third at 23. Yep. Joel Threadgill 419. Art Brown's in fifth right now with that 5 with a 418. So now Darren Collins is down there on that links, which a couple of people have 14, so he's got a decision to make now. It's not easy. My pin doesn't set as steady when I'm aiming at a 14 because there's that risk reward. If you make a little bobble, you could get an 8 or a 5 really easy.
Kevin Cook calling for the upper.
He's on that long Blesbach now. Good look at Kevin there. You need to get through this target with at least a 10. Kevin's a great indoor shooter too. He shoots some big, he shoots some nice indoor rounds.
Here's Darren. It looked like real close to the lower. Richard Leftwich.
Good look at Richard. He got a 10, I believe. Art still hasn't come to full draw yet. Now he is.
That last one probably shook him a little bit.
He'll probably aim pretty aggressive now with that 5. He's liable to 12 this Wolverine here. Pretty good looking arrow.
Close, yeah. It's hard to
Pretty
tell.
good looking arrow.
All right, Darren Collins should be up first on the Bobcat. Oh.
A 10.
Takes a 10, all right. 433 for him.
10s are always good. So this is Joel Threadgill. He shot a 14 on the links on the last target. Looks like he was gunning hard at that 12. Don might be getting the light and the glasses out.
Yeah, that's another line puller.
Yeah, it looks a little wide to me. It's got to be an 8, I'm guessing. Nope.
10.
I'm obviously blind. I apologize. I'm 0 for 2.
429 for Joel. We should say Don Bailey, he calls them all, so if one's in, they're all in.
10 for Richard. He didn't give anything up. And then Kevin was on the long Blesbach. Let's see what he did there here in a second. If he shoots a 10, he'll still be tied for the lead with Richard.
Joel's looking hard down there. That looks like a 10.
It is.
All right.
We still have a tie for first. And now
we come to Art.
It's a pretty good looking arrow. I can't tell if it's got the ring. Nope, right in the middle of the 10.
428.
So nobody lost anything there. Just pars for everybody. Getting ready for arrow number 4. Now Richard's on the long target. He needs to get through this with at least a 10.
So right there, Kevin on the umbrella. He's got Danny Evans, who's a good shooter in men's open pro. That's a good guy to have behind you.
Yeah, Danny's been a very successful 3D archer for a lot of years.
He had a good run yesterday, and things fell apart, it seemed like.
I think he hit the first 4 yesterday when we started, and then that thunderstorm messed up a lot of people's days, including mine.
Yeah, we should let people know they actually pulled archers off the range for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, we sat in a barn and watched the storm blow through, and then went back out and shot with the lights off. It was so dark out there. It was tough. Kevin's going to turn his light on. Yeah, good look at Richard there.
That looks low left.
Kevin kind of settling the in, see him getting all settled in there. Good strong shot, nice steady pressure.
That's close.
Looks pretty good.
Can't see with that shadow, but it's in the right area.
He's shaking his head yes. I think he likes it.
Here's a good look at Darren.
Old southpaw. Good 10 on that aoudad for him.
All right, Art Brown.
Took an 8, I believe they said.
436. This is Darren with a 10. 443. Did he call upper?
No. We may have.
Someone called upper, I know that.
I think this is our 4th arrow. We've got one more for regulation.
He did.
He did call it.
All right.
He's judging well. He's hit a couple of rings.
Moves him to 441.
Richard looks low on that Blesbach from that camera angle.
It's the longest target. 5.
Oh, no. That's tough.
That's him to 442. All of a sudden, Joel Threadgill's within 1 point of Richard Leftwich.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to be the leader.
Mm-hmm. If Kevin shot a 12 here and Richard shot a 5, that's huge. That's a 7-point swing.
Oh, man, he split the 2. Look at that, right between the 10. And that center one doesn't count.
Right.
That's just a 10.
Look. Good camera look right there. I'm going to guess again and say that's just high. Let's see if I can go 0 for 3. I'm going to call that a 10 from what I saw right there.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
You're bound to get it.
Yeah, if I guess enough times, I'll get one right, and I finally did. So what do we got
But
now?
in any event, now Kevin Cook takes outright lead.
Yes, he's got a 5-point lead over Darren Collins and Richard Leftwich now. That's
Joel
huge.
Threadgill. I mean, he came in
Yep.
5th place. He was back 11 points.
Yeah, Joel's got a chance to get on the podium here. So this is arrow number 5. Anybody within 10 points of the leader, which is now Kevin Cook, after this arrow, will get to shoot a 6th and final arrow.
Which right now is everybody except Art.
Yeah. So Art's going to need a bonus ring if he wants to shoot the 6th arrow. And I believe he's on the Audad. Kevin's going over to the Lynx, which is not a long target. He's got to feel pretty good about that. A 5-point lead and on the second shortest target. Looks like he may have 12'd it. Good look at Darren Collins. Darren's a fantastic hunter.
Yes, he is. That's his favorite thing to do. That looked like a good 10.
I believe he's done the Super Slam a time or two, maybe.
He's got a
good look at Art Brown. He needs a bonus ring here to ensure he'll get a chance at that 6th arrow.
This is the Audad he's shooting at.
He went for the 14, I believe.
I think he's just left. He's inside
He's
that
in
core line.
Yeah, he's in the very corner of that core.
The 14's just a little above that. There's a replay there of Richard Leftwich.
Yeah.
Martin Shooter.
Richard's finishing up on that Wolverine, which is never easy.
All right, Kevin Cook.
I got just
our
a
leader.
quick look at that, and I thought he 12'd it.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Solid.
Wow.
Kevin's doing well.
454. Or excuse me, he had a 12. I'm sorry. 460. Got an 8.
So Art will not be in the final arrow. That'll put him, what, 44? 50? No, 44.
44, yeah.
44. So he's 16 behind Kevin right now.
This is Darren. This is a 10. 453.
Darren will be within 7 of Kevin.
Let's see what Joel was able to do here.
Joel finished on that long Blesbach, I believe.
Boy, they're looking.
Pretty good looking arrow. Shuffling sides, just low.
Go to the 8.
Pretty
All
good
right,
showing
449.
there. So he'll be 11 points. He's going to miss the final arrow too. Kevin hitting that 12 got a couple of guys out of his way.
That helped him. $10 for Richard. 452.
Kevin Cook's got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I believe he's got a 7-point lead, 6-point lead. Mm-hmm.
All right, sorry. My math was wrong. The scoreboard is right. 453 for Richard.
So we got Kevin at 460, Darren and Richard at 453. So Kevin has a 7-point lead over those two guys.
Now we go to the deer.
Darren and Richard have ensured themselves a podium spot.
All right, so yes, we're going to have Kevin Cook's our leader. Richard Leftwich and Darren Collins tied for second, 453. And that's going to be our shooters. Joel Threadgill and Art Brown, they are eliminated because they are not within 10.
Joel's going to finish in 4th with a 449, and Art Brown's going to be 5th with a 444.
So they just pick a random spot for this deer out in the field. They just pound the stakes in, and Mike Tyrell is going to pick a spot for him to shoot from. Actually, looks like Don Bailey's walking around. There he goes. He's a couple yards in front of the shooting stake.
Yeah. I'd say the 14 rings in play right here for these guys. They're going to have to try to do something to put some pressure on Kevin, but I don't know if a 14 will even do it with a 7-point lead right now. Just some quick math in my head. If they happen to hit a 14, I think Kevin would still just need an 8 to win.
An 8. You are correct.
That's a good position to be in. I don't know that Kevin, I don't know if this is his first shoot down.
It is as a senior.
It is as a senior, okay.
He was in Open Pro last year.
I don't know if Kevin's got any 3D wins on his resume.
He was ASA Rookie of the Year at one point. That was all he listed as his highlights.
If he happens to win, maybe we'll ask him about that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I remember following him on the Open Pro range last year. He just moved up, hit the magic 5-0.
Kevin's from Illinois. Darren Collins is from Kansas, and Richard Leftwich is from Virginia. So pretty good demographic of shooters coming from all over the country here to participate.
That's what's great about ASA. I know there were a couple folks here from Colorado this weekend. Of course, the South is well covered. Northeast, Michigan, PA, New York.
Good look at Kevin Cook there. He's the leader. Looks like Darren Collins is going to be up first. Him and Richard are tied. I know Richard has more bonus rings, so Richard Leftwich is going to be shooting after Darren Collins.
Good look at Darren there. Checking his sights. Going to see if his number was right on or not. He listed as his highlight watching his son win 2 ASA Classics.
Nice, very nice. My guess here, if these guys did the math, even if they shoot a 14, Kevin just has to shoot an 8. That's a pretty easy task for Kevin, I would say. So I'm guessing Darren's going to bear down, try to shoot a 12 here to try to take second place.
Shooting at that big deer. Oh,
he went for that 14. So he'll be content with third if Richard can. Well, Richard just needs to 5, but he'll take second with the bonus ring count. If Richard wants to try to put any pressure at all on Kevin, he'll probably do the same thing.
$8 or better, and Richard can claim 5 with the bonus rings. So
yeah, if he
can do anything.
If he hits the target, he can guarantee himself second place. And I don't think the distance is too terrible, even though this would be, probably one of the highest pressure shots Kevin's ever had. I think he'll handle it with ease.
He asked Richard if he was ready, and Richard said, "I never know what I'm doing."
Good look at the target over the shoulder there.
Yeah.
Let's see what Richard does here. 14 would at least get the crowd going right here.
That's a great shot.
That is. Doesn't look that far there. It's actually a lot farther than what it looks like in that shot.
It is. Oh,
he 12'd it.
Boom, right in the middle.
Smashed it.
Great shot from Richard.
So that'll put him at 65.
65, yep.
Kevin still needs that 8 to win.
Yeah, because again, bonus rings. Richard is the leader there.
Yeah, if Kevin were to shoot a 5, bonus strings won't break the tie. We'll go to another arrow. So Kevin just needs to shoot center mass here, and he'll be your champion. Be first time winner for Kevin. I'm anxious to see if he can do this. I think he'll do it easily.
Set over the shoulder look again.
Settling in there, pulling nice steady pressure.
He does not look as nervous as I would feel.
He
Oh,
12'd
well.
it.
How about that?
Exclamation point. Good for Kevin.
Great shot from Kevin. Here comes Don Bailey to make it official. And there it is. 12 for Kevin Cook. Great win for him.
We'll get him
Folks
over
cheering.
here.
Yeah, we'll talk to Kevin about that big win.
Obviously, it hasn't sunk in yet, I doubt. He's got to be super happy, I would think. And we'll get his initial thoughts on that. We'll see.
Here comes Kevin. Everybody wants to shake his hand because they all know.
Yeah.
That's a big win.
For sure.
Here comes Kevin to the microphone. There he goes. You got us, Kevin? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Kevin, Darren Christenberry here, man. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
I
Thanks
think
a lot.
we were talking. We think this is your first win on the 3D ranges.
As a pro, yes.
As a pro, yeah. I know we
Yep.
talked that you're a great indoor shooter. I know it
Yep.
probably hasn't sunk in yet, but give us your initial thoughts on winning your first senior pro tournament.
Oh, it's cool as heck. The only thing I wish is I could call my dad on the way home. He passed away 4 years ago, and I guess I'll call my mom. He always relayed what I did. So
Nice, nice. Well, congratulations. Let
Yep.
this soak in. Enjoy it, man. Great job.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, great win there for Kevin Cook, first time there. Folks, we are going to come back to the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am here in Coleman, Alabama with Men's Open Pro next. We'll be right back.
Vince Lombardi once said, winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. I've learned in my career I'm only as good as the tools I use.
12 for Levi Morgan.
One chance, one moment, one shot.
We don't build these bows to be different. We build them to be better. We're the outsiders, the mavericks, the fearless. We forge our own path. We're not chasing anyone, but we know what they're running from. It's an obsession, and the obsessed never rest.
right, welcome back everyone to the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am here in Coleman, Alabama. Men's Open Pro. Let's go to Nathan Brooks for our shooter introductions.
In Open Pro, from Deerfield, Michigan, shooting for Matthews with a score of 409 and 12 bonus rings, Mr. Justin Fuller. Fresh off an afternoon nap, from Van Buren, Arkansas, shooting for Matthews with a score of 410 and 8 bonus rings, Chris Hacker. From Townville, South Carolina, shooting for PSC with a score of 414 and 8 bonus rings, Mr. Jack Wallace. And from Wisconsin, shooting for Black Eagle and Matthews with a score of 418 and 11 bonus rings, Dan McCarthy. And a new name to this shoot-off from Uniontown, PA, shooting for Matthews with a score of 428 and 15 bonus rings, Levi Morgan.
Nathan having a little fun there with Levi.
Yeah.
He's been here, I think, maybe once before.
Levi is amazing. I mean, we were talking earlier today how he's maintained his consistency for so long, and he won 12 shooter of the years in a row. McCarthy finally ended that streak last year when Dan McCarthy won shooter of the year, but Levi is always in the hunt. It's ridiculous how good he is at this unknown game.
Yeah, and I mean, I've listened to him talking about yardage before, and he talks about, again, he's just judging it himself, and he'll talk about, that's 43 and a half. I mean, that's insane. And it's to be able to tell the difference.
And odds are he's probably right. So
I wouldn't question it.
Yeah, good look at Levi there, and I'm glad to see Justin Fuller out there. This is Justin's first shoot down. He comes in 5th. He's been working full time at an archery shop, but he's changed careers, and I guess he's been practicing pretty hard. Obviously, it's showing. Here he is in the shoot down.
He must have been 14, huh?
That, I believe, is McCarthy, and that's the worst thing Levi wants is Dan McCarthy behind him, chasing him. Good look at Jack.
Long time. Jack always calls up.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
we're going to see some bonus rings. Here we go.
I think Levi 12 this first one.
Levi's on the links.
He did. No question.
He's going to need it if McCarthy's shooting at 14s. Fantastic shot for Levi there.
Takes him to 440. There's Dan. His arrow's just out of the target.
Yeah, out of the camera angle there, but
he got it. Holy cow. He got it.
I can see Levi smiling over going, here we go again. Jack Wallace on the javelina. If he called upper, he smashed it, as you can see. He didn't even touch the line.
Yep, that's a 12 for Jack.
We're 3 for 3 on bonus rings. Let's see if Hacker can keep that streak going.
Hacker was on the long one, the blessed buck.
Chris is from Van Buren, Arkansas. He works at a big shop out there, Gelco.
Yeah. He's
a very knowledgeable archery guy and obviously a fantastic shooter.
Wow. 3 for 3.
That's 4 for 4.
Or yeah, right. 4 for 4. Sorry, I was one behind.
And if Justin called upper, we may have a perfecta there.
And we should note that archers like to shoot at the upper on that one because the lower's harder to see. He did.
5 bonus rings out of 5 bonus rings. That's pretty impressive. These guys are judging this distance. They don't know. They're not using a rangefinder. They're just looking at detail, looking for memory, going, I think it's this. And obviously they're very close because they all hit those little rings.
And hitting something the size of a 50-cent piece about, roughly. And for some of them, if they're off by 1 yard, they're missing.
Yeah, and there is some breeze out here, so it's not perfect conditions. It's a little overcast right now with some clouds, but still 5 for 5, that's pretty good.
That's great.
Good look at Justin Fuller right there. This is his first shoot down.
Dan McCarthy did gain 2 points. He shrunk that lead to 8.
Dan's on the javelina now, I believe, and it has a tiny 14, so I don't know if he'll risk going at it.
I think that was Justin, yep. Went for the 14 on the cat.
Did Levi shoot it to 14 on that Audad?
No, I think he's down in the 10.
Okay.
Oh, there's another center punch.
That's McCarthy there. He again, dead center, didn't even touch the line. Let's see what we got
So
here.
we're going to go to Justin Fuller.
He's on the links. He went for the 14.
Yep.
That might have been the camera angle I saw.
It's going to be an 8.
Good for Justin for
429.
going for it.
Sure.
Comes in 5th, nowhere to go but up. Might as well try to take it.
I asked him what his ASA highlight was. He said this.
Really? Good.
There's a 10 for Levi.
Levi got the 10. I believe McCarthy got the 12, so he's going to chip another 2 points off that lead.
There's Dan.
Fantastic shot.
444. Yep, we're down to 6. I've heard Levi say before, the one person he doesn't want nipping at his heels is Dan McCarthy, more than anybody.
Yeah, and in 2 arrows, he's knocked 4 points off of Levi's lead.
There's Jack, but he's
shooting that
he's
long
got his rhythm
Blesbach
too.
Yep.
I'm sure he called up her. There he got it.
did.
12 for Jack.
Wow.
Heck of a shot.
We've seen a lot of rings.
He's gaining back yardage too. Reeling in the leaders.
Hacker's going to get a 10 there, so he didn't give anything up.
432 for Hacker. Everybody shifts. Now Chris Hacker's going but down to that links. They seem to like going for it on that one. Good look there at Levi.
Hacker's 6 points out of 3rd right now, so this is his chance to have a chance at the podium. He's going to probably try to 14 that links down there. Levi's on the Javelina, so he's going to have to 12 it to follow suit. I believe Dan shifted to the Blesbach, which is the longest, toughest target, but these guys can 12 any of these targets, so good look at Levi. Levi's shooting a hinge. Back tension release.
He said he wasn't going to open super aggressive, but he would do it if he had to.
Smashed it.
Got it.
Good looking shot from Dan. I believe
Dan
he's
was
just left.
Yeah.
So Levi's going to get 2 points back here, I believe. There's a good look at Jack Wallace.
He didn't look too happy, I don't think. No, he's just
He
left.
got a 10. He didn't give anything up.
No.
That's important. Shooting 8s can really be detrimental out here.
So this is Chris on the link. Chris Hacker. He missed that 14. Darn
He
it.
went for it. Yeah,
Yep.
got an 8.
It's going to take him to 440.
He did what he had to do there. Justin on the Audad. Looks like a 10.
Yeah. 439 for Justin. Now we'll go to Levi on the Javelina. Levi Morgan.
I believe that's got it. It's 6 o'clock 10 area.
Right in there where all those lines come together.
We'll be able to see it here maybe. If they put a light on it, we'll be
Yeah.
able to see it.
It's a great camera angle there. As soon as he breaks out that light, oh boy, that is right in there. I think they're going to give it to him.
I think he's got it.
I think he got it.
See if I can go 2 for 4 or 1 for 4.
Get back to 50%. There
got
it is. Yes. Levi
He
with the
got
fist bump there.
I'm sure that was a little anxious moment there. He knows he needed those extra 2
Yeah.
points.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He'll-
So that was their 3rd arrow, correct? We got 2
Yes.
more. Okay.
Correct.
McCarthy with a 10.
And, all right. 454.
So Levi's leads back up to 8 points now over Dan.
Here comes Jack Wallace. That's a 10. 448. We should say for Levi, this would be 2 in a row. He won in London as well.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't like to lose.
No.
That's his motivation. He just doesn't like to lose.
So now Jack Wallace has the links. You know he's going for the 14. Yeah, he's going for it.
He's at 448. He's 6 points behind second. If he 14s this and Dan shoots a 10 and only has a 2-point spread going into the 5th arrow, it'll be interesting for second and third right now.
So Jack has a unique drawing style. He was in a really bad car accident several years ago. That's how he has to get into position. You see him lower that down. Destroyed muscles in his arm. You can see it on his bicep there.
Yeah.
Upper. He got it.
Yeah.
So he didn't go for 14.
Good look at Dan McCarthy right there. Such a focused, steady shooter.
Look at that stabilizer. It is not moving hardly at all. Got it.
That's probably the... No, it's the second 12 we've seen on that. I think Justin Fuller 12 that target.
Here's a replay of Hacker on the Audad. Oh, he went for the 14. Did he get it?
We'll see in a minute.
I don't know. It's close. It's in the right area. But first up, Jack Wallace.
He did get the 12, I believe, so
12.
that'll help.
Yeah. All right, takes him to 460. Chris Hacker next. Jack shaking his head. Oh, we missed that.
Yeah, he went a little high.
445 for Chris Hacker.
He'll get one more arrow, but that'll end his chances of getting that 6th and final arrow. Is this Justin Fuller?
Is Justin.
Yeah, Justin's trying to get those 14s. Good for him.
It's going to be an 8.
It's good to see him going for it, not just playing safe out there.
447, I believe, for Justin Fuller, yeah. Now, the long blessed buck. This is Levi. 12.
Wow.
That
guy has got some serious game.
And that wasn't a liner. That was a solid 12.
So his lead briefly went to 10 points.
But here comes Dan.
But here comes Dan with the 12, so I think it'll go back to 8.
Oh, for Don Bailey. 466.
I'll say quick, it's not over, because McCarthy's going down to the links, and I have a feeling he's going to 14 that thing.
You would think so.
If Levi can 12 this Wolverine, it should make the final arrow pretty easy for him, but if he happens to 10 or 8 this, and McCarthy 14s that links, it's game on.
See him wiping his hand off there. It is humid out here, so I'm sure his...
That's McCarthy sweats is what that is. He's sweating Dan McCarthy being within 8 points of him is what that is.
You mean it could have been 30 degrees and he'd be sweating?
Yes.
Here's Levi.
Right there's a look at the best ever to play the unknown game, in my opinion.
Unbelievable.
Smashed
Got it. Piece of cake.
Yeah. Here we look at Dan McCarthy. I have a feeling he's going to try to 14 this to have any chance at catching Levi.
Aiming hard. Oh, he went 12.
Went for the 12. Okay.
And missed it.
Got a 10.
Another look at Jack Wallace.
Good look at Jack Wallace.
Little English there he gave it.
If you guys want to watch repetition at its finest, watch Jack Wallace shoot multiple arrows. He does the exact same thing every single time.
All right, so we're going down to, should be Dan first. And that's going to be a 10. 476. Next up is Jack. That's just a, yep, that's a 10.
Yeah, and just some quick math, I believe McCarthy's going to be the only person within 10 points, and it's going to be 10 points on the number, so we'll have a final arrow just as a novelty, I believe.
This was Chris Hacker. He was going for that 14. He's going to take an 8. 3.
Good experience for Justin to get out here and shoot some arrows. He didn't look nervous. He went for it. Good for him. I think it'll really ease his mind and make him more comfortable his next time out here.
He's going to
Got
take
a 10. Nothing wrong with that on that long
57.
target.
That's going to give him 4th place.
And for Mr. Morgan, Mr. Levi Morgan, another ring. I don't know if Levi missed a bonus ring.
Yeah, it looks like his first 2 were, he started with a 12 and then shot a 10.
Okay.
And then 12, 12, 12.
He 10'd the audad. Yeah, he hit 4 out of 5. 80%'s a pretty good average.
That's not bad. That's not bad for not being aggressive, right?
Right. So there is a 10-point lead. McCarthy's going to need a 20 ring to catch Levi, I think.
Now, Darren, as we're setting up this last target, Levi, 12 years in a row, ASA Shooter of the Year. That's obviously the consistency award. You would think that just somewhere in there that somebody would catch a streak, but he's just so good.
And it seems like whenever he faces adversity or criticism, when people are like, oh, Levi's washed up, he's done, he's coming out slow, he finds another gear. And it's just like, I mean, he continues to impress. I mean, he's a great friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, but man, I tell you what, people may hate him because he wins all the time. He's a fantastic human being, and he has all the respect in the world because he's so good at his craft. It's impressive.
Yeah. That would be difficult to hate a person like
well,
that.
I say hate. That's a strong word. Maybe jealousy.
Dislike,
yeah, maybe jealousy is probably a better word. I don't mean hate. They don't hate him, but you know, people like a winner, but only for so long. And he's been so dominant for so long. And you know, no disrespect to anybody else out there. McCarthy's fantastic hacker. You know, Fuller's got a bright future. Joseph Goes is a fantastic archer. Andy Cal. I mean, the list goes on and on of great 3D shooters, but Levi's just a name that's been at the top of the heap for so long. You can't do anything but give him mad respect.
And with that respect comes adulation. Lots of kids, everybody. I have never once seen Levi turn down a photo, an autograph, something. He will stop whatever he's doing and make time for it. I've seen him do it on the range in the middle of a round.
Yeah, his television show and all of his success as a professional archer has really made him kind of a household name in the archery and bow hunting industry. And it's good to see good people have good success, and it's great to see all these people follow him and have him as a role model because he's a great person to be a role model.
So it looks like we did not break out the deer. They're going to have him shoot. Not sure what
they're having a good laugh. I don't know what they're doing here.
They're going to shoot it as a clout round.
They might call it shenanigans, maybe. I don't know what kind of shenanigans they're doing, but I can promise you one thing. Levi's finally going, whew. You know, McCarthy's behind me, but he's 10 points behind me, and that's probably where he wants him. I don't know what they're shooting.
I can't tell if it's the audad or if they're shooting the blessed buck again.
If I had to guess, I'd say audad.
Yeah, I think he's looking
McCarthy
at the
looks
audad.
like he's looking past the links.
Yeah. Audad, Mike Tyrell just said.
Nothing to lose. Let's see a 14 here, Mr. McCarthy.
The audad is the second farthest target from the regular line, but of course they moved up a bit.
Yeah.
There's a great shot.
Yeah, good look at it right there.
Oh, he went for it.
They're clapping.
I think that looks just a hair low.
And,
oh, no.
And.
Oh, is he gonna?
And.
Did he get it? Don shuffling. Oh,
an 8.
Darn it! You could hear the crowd.
So that puts him at an 84.
Yeah.
So Levi doesn't even have to shoot.
Hey, go for the 14.
14 at Levi.
Come on. Yeah, you got to go for it. Shoot it.
Shoot it in the eyeball. No, he'll shoot it to 14, I'm sure. I'll see if he can.
Let's give the crowd.
Levi did win one years ago. I think we were at Fort Benning. He shot it left-handed. True story. You guys may not know that. And he practiced that shot, but he shot the final, I believe it was a mountain lion, and he tinned it at a very long distance. He shot it left-handed.
All right, that might make me angry at him.
Yeah, that might make you.
He could shoot it better left-handed.
I was there. I witnessed it. I know he practiced that shot, but he had a big enough lead. He shot the final arrow left-handed, so.
I want to see a 14 here.
Little bit of wind. He may hit a tiny bit left if he does.
Oh, just
tall.
high. Good try.
And everybody goes, oh. Congratulations to Levi.
Great win. 2 in a row for Levi. And now we have a stout race, Darren, between he and Dan McCarthy for Shooter of the Year. There was a 1-point separation between them coming into this tournament. Of course, Levi led then by 10 or 8, or I forget what his lead was, but they get to drop, so I don't know what the calculations there are.
Okay, so it could be interesting going into Foley then. We'll get Levi over here and get some final thoughts. I don't even really know what to ask him that we haven't covered already, but
maybe we'll ask him why he missed that last arrow.
I can't bring up the negative. He does so much positive. I can't talk about the negative for him.
You are correct. Here he comes. He's getting his handshakes. Everybody's coming over. They're getting Levi ready for the headsets. There you go. He's waiting to get in here, and he took time to shake hands with a young boy there. All right, let's see if Levi can hear us. Can you hear us?
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Darren.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah?
And I told PJ, I said, I don't know what to ask him. I said, you've got mad respect for me and everybody else. You've won all these tournaments, and you still continue to impress. You got through this weekend's weather, this dark stuff, tough ranges with 1-8. You know, you hit 15 bonus rings, I think it was, and shot 1-8. Come out here and hit 4 out of 5. I don't even know what to ask you. Tell me something good.
I don't know. I'll tell you what I can't believe is that McCarthy stopped after he hit the audad. I had already went into full sin mode, and I was shooting at everything out here because I was like, he's about to crush 3 or 4 of these, and I got to hit him. You know, 10-point lead, nothing when the 14's in play. So yeah, it was a great weekend, man. 8'd the easiest target on the range, so that's pretty much par for me. I'll hit the hard ones and 8 the easy ones, but I'm super pumped. I feel like I'm shooting maybe the best I've ever shot right now, so I don't know how long that'll last. I'm going to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, no, man, it looks good, and it's the bright point, an even brighter point hunting season's right around the corner.
I can't wait. Me and you headed to Wyoming in less than a month.
It won't be long. Congratulations, buddy. Great weekend.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, great win for Levi Morgan, 2 in a row. The Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am here in Cullman, Alabama. We'll be right back with our last class, known pro division. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Every detail matters. Boning premium points are precision crafted. For arrows that spin true and fly clean and stable, time after time.
established in a small town in 1981. A company that produces quality products that archers have come to rely on. I started shooting with a Scott release and have passed the tradition on. My dad always told me, never forget where you came from. Well, I haven't. Shoot with confidence. Shoot a Scott.
All right, welcome back to the field here. We are going to get underway with the known pro division. Nathan Brooks, let's do our shooter introductions.
For your known pro class, in 5th place, shooting for Matthews from Walker, West Virginia with a score of 436 and 19 bonus rings, Derek Ballingy. In 4th place, from Albany, Kentucky, shooting for Elite with a score of 440 and 24 bonus rings, Jace Bulls. In 3rd place, from Social Circle, Georgia, shooting for Elite with a score of 444 and 24 bonus rings, Curtis Broadnax. In 2nd place, from Millbrook, Alabama, shooting for Matthews with a score of 446 and 24 bonus rings, Robert Householder. And in the number 1 position, from Paducah, Kentucky, shooting for Hoyt with a score of 446 and 24 bonus rings, Mr. Brady Hempen.
All right, Darren, 446 for our leaders there, and they are young guys, young guns.
I think that we talked earlier, the average age out there might be in the teens, 19 probably, I don't know. But yeah, 46 up. Again, we talked about the weather, the dark conditions. Man, there was a 32 up yesterday. There was a 30 up today. That is getting it.
Right now, so Darren, there's a little bit of a different format here. This one is going to be single file. Each archer is going to shoot, and we should notice that this is known pro, so they can use rangefinders. Yep. They know the distance. But then each archer is going to shoot individually down the line rather than all at once.
Yeah, they stack the field so that Brady, what you see right there in the shot, Brady Hempen, he's number 1. He'll end up on target 5, but then Derek Ballingy starting on position 2, so he'll end up on number 1. They'll end up in the final order there, but one at a time, so each archer knows what to do.
Brady shooting for Hoyt just over the 12 ring there. Now here's Derek Ballingy.
He's 10 points behind the leaders.
He went for a 14. We can't see it.
Yeah, looks like he went for it.
Here's Curtis. No, that's Jace.
Jace Bowles here.
Give us a pronunciation on that.
It's Bowles. It sounds like it's spelled Boyles, but it's Bowles.
Gotcha.
That's how he says it.
Yep.
Nice steady aim there. He's holding a long time. Good 10.
Yep.
Here's Curtis. Yeah, he's left-handed from Social Circle, Georgia. Curtis Broadnax.
Big time.
Big time. We've got a bad glare on our TV.
Yeah.
It's hard to see where these arrows are. Here's Robert Householder. Robert's been putting up some big scores for a couple of years.
Yeah. Crazy how consistent he is.
He's
just missed too.
Yeah.
Something must be going on, because today these guys didn't miss.
Yeah.
I mean, if they gunned at something, they hit it.
And that's just to let you guys know how impressive the open pros are. They all hit a bonus ring on their first arrow and didn't know the distance.
Good point.
These guys they know the distance, so that just tells you the talent level that's in that Open Pro division.
Yeah.
Good 10 for Brady.
456 for Brady. Great kid, Brady.
Young. I don't even know. Is he 18 yet?
I think he might be 18. Oh, Derek just missed.
Derek shot a 5. That's okay. He came in here in 5th. He had nowhere to go but up, so he should go for it. Good for him. This is Jace, I believe.
Jace. He's going to stay at 450.
10.
University of the Cumberlands, rising junior is Jace Bowles. Hope I pronounced that right. He said his northern relatives call him Boyles.
Yeah. Curtis was on that long Blesbach here. Let's see what he did. Looks a little low left to me.
He's a 10.
He got the 10,
got
sure
10.
enough.
Well, you got to feel good at Elite about having these young shooters coming up here. Guns.
Yeah. It's always great to get some guys out there in these shoot downs, and I hope we get to write them some contingency checks. I'm sure they could use the extra money.
456 for Robert Householder.
So a whole bunch of 10s and then 1-5 for Derek when he gunned at that 14. Nothing wrong with that.
So we're going to shift, and now
Robert went down to the links.
Okay, so Robert's first.
Brady's going to be on the Audad. Derek's on the Javelina. Big time Curtis Broadnax is. So Jace will be on the Blesbach, and then Curtis.
He's on the Wolverine.
On the Wolverine, yeah. We're fighting that sunlight right now, right in our eyes. Hard
it's hitting us.
Hard to see what's going on out there. Okay, these guys got they got the dust off of them. They've got the jitters out of the way. Let's see some rings.
Robert shoots that thumb button release just incredibly. Robert Householder.
I have a feeling he's going to 14 this links. Good look right there at him. Nope.
Upper 12.
Upper 12. I'm surprised.
Here comes Brady, Hoyt shooter.
Brady's got a bright future. This kid's a good shooter. He's young, great form, good strong shot. We're going to hear his name a lot in the future.
Nicest kid. He was as happy as anybody when they hit a 12 today. That's just low. I think that's an 8.
Let's see if Derek goes at this tiny 14 on this Javelina now. Nope.
No.
Shot down at the 12 and
Yeah, he got it.
Nice shot there.
All right.
Big gust of wind coming in for Jace.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's really blowing. It's going to be from right to left on him, so he may hit a little left on this target.
Look how comfortable he looks. And I think you're right. I think he might have been just left of that 12.
There's Curtis Broadnax. He's shooting at that Wolverine. Always tough Wolverine.
30 up Curtis shot today.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He had to catch fire, and he did.
I'd say he called that upper.
Yeah, that looks like a 12 there.
And he got it.
All right, Robert's first. Did he go upper? Yes, he did.
There, broke the eye. Someone got that bonus ring.
All right, 468.
Here goes Brady.
Yeah, I think he's low.
Yeah, I think it is too.
He took an 8.
He's got an 8. So that's a 4-point swing between him and Robert right there.
Dropped him 2 points behind him now.
So this is Derek Ballinger, I believe. Smashed that 12.
Yeah, he got it. 453. It's going to be for him.
Jace on that long Blesbach.
There's a shot of Derek looking down there, and there is
just a 10.
10.
There was enough wind there to move that arrow
Yeah.
left. I'm not surprised he hit just a little left of that 12.
He's not too happy. Look at him give the wave. He saw himself on the big screen.
And I believe Curtis called upper here and got that upper 12.
Yeah. Here comes Don Bailey. Yes, 12.
Good
All right.
for him.
Curtis moves himself up into second place, tie with Brady Hempen. Curtis was feeling it today when I was out there on the range. I was asking him, you know, coming up to the javelina, what are you going to do? I'm going to shoot at that 12, he said.
What's your math here? So we got Robert at 68.
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
He shot an 8 there. Brady Hempen did.
That Hempen's in third now. So Curtis is in second with a 466. And Brady dropped to third with that 8 right there.
All right. I need to go back to school and learn math there, Darren. 464 for Brady.
It happens quick.
So Curtis takes sole possession of second. And here he is first.
If Curtis has got the guts to do it, a 14 would serve him well right here.
Yes, it would.
Holding nice and steady.
Yep.
He went at that 12. I think
he got the 10.
I think he's got the 10 line.
Yeah.
So Robert's going to be on the audad.
If he called upper.
Maybe the bottom of the upper.
Yeah.
Here's a good look at Brady Hempen. Good strong shooter. Dead center 10. Derek Ballinge's now on that long Blesbach.
Derek Ballinge comes from a great archery family. Sister Jillian is very accomplished as well.
And here's Jace Bowles on this Wolverine. It's a tough little target.
Which bow's he shooting there, Darren?
I believe that's a purple result. Purple Rain result. Elite's new target bow for 2020. I believe he 12'd it.
He got it. All right, so let's go back to Curtis. He took a 10 there.
Mm-hmm. He didn't give anything up, but I feel like he left a couple points there on that target. It's not too far.
Here comes Robert.
12. Good for Robert.
Moves into 480.
He's creating a little space between him and the field. With a 14 ring in play, still far from over.
Yep. Now we've got Brady. It's a solid 10. Moves him to 474. Long walk to that Blesbach. Boy, black target. I can't
I believe he's right in the core line. Yep, he got an 8 there. I could see it there at the last minute.
So that's going to take him to 461. Jace, we think he got that 12.
Mm-hmm. If he did, it'll put him to 72.
He did. All right, he's creeping back in there.
So Robert's got a 4-point lead over Curtis, 6-point over Brady. And then Jace, they haven't updated him yet, I believe.
2 points off the podium right now.
Yeah, so he's 8 points off the lead right now with 2 arrows to go. Robert's going to the javelina. He's leading by 4 and shooting the shortest target out there. I believe he'll clip a 12 here.
So here's Jace going at the links.
Yeah.
You would expect 14 probably.
Having an 8-point, being 8 points out of the lead right now, if he wants to make a move, this is the target to do it. Jace is a great indoor. He's just a great archer. He's a fantastic indoor shooter as well.
Yeah.
Loves it. Loves the. I think he went for it.
Just under, it looked like.
He just loves to compete.
Curtis is up next here. Shooting at that aoudad. Good wind.
Pretty good wind coming through there.
I think he did drift left.
There's Robert. He's going at the javelina. It is the shortest target.
Upper.
If he called upper, he got it.
Yeah. Now down to Brady. It's the right area on that blessed buck.
Good look at Derek Ballinger there. He's on this little Wolverine. Good strong shot.
Oh, and he got it.
That's a good shot
He
right
got
there.
it. Yes. Fist bump there from Tyler Heritage. He's going to be happy with that.
So I believe we're at Jace. If
This
I'm
is
not mistaken.
Jace, yep.
Went for the 14 and got
Just
an 8.
missed it. All right.
He went for it.
480, yep.
Can't be mad about that.
Gives the wave. Everybody at home. That's a close one on that 10.
This is Curtis here.
Yep.
That looks just wide. Oh.
Oh.
Maybe. Maybe,
that
maybe.
outside
that
line
light,
there.
That light makes a big difference.
And 10. He got it.
He did get it.
You're right. That light really showed you
Yeah.
where that outside line is.
Robert's
This
going to
is
extend his
Robert.
lead.
Yep.
Believe he called upper.
Yes, he did.
Good for
492
him.
for Robert.
He's on a streak.
Here we're looking for the cheer on Derek.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
The first 14 of the day on that one.
There it is. 475.
He's going to rotate around to the second shortest target out there. I assume he'll 14 that. Or he'll shoot at it anyway. Nothing to lose now.
So Robert Householder, 492. Curtis Broadnax, 486. Brady Hempen, 484. Jace Bowles, 480. And Derek Ballinger, 475.
Derek's going to be our first shooter here, so I think we'll see him hone in on this 14 ring.
He kind of has to. He's got no choice.
It may not be enough. If he 14s, it'll put him at 89.
Yeah. He would need some help from the other guys to get in there.
Still, you can never hang your head. The known pro class has a deep field of fantastic archers. Just making this top 5 cut, you've got to feel like you won the tournament just making the shoot off.
There are some world-class archers who aren't out here,
right?
Who did not shoot as well as these guys this weekend. So
difficult conditions, these guys maintained and survived, and here we go. I believe
he's right on
it's
it.
close.
That
Hard to
is
see
close.
from that angle, but that's
Yeah.
got to. I imagine he's got that. Here goes Jace on the aoudad. Jace Bowles. He's a good aimer. Holds that bow so steady.
Oh, center punched it.
Good for him. Curtis now on the javelina, I believe. I'd say he'll shoot it to 12.
Oh, and he got it.
I say he shoot. I'll say he'll shoot at the tiny 14 and get it. Now
I
Robert,
think he got it.
Robert's on the long blast Let's see him get a 10 or a 12 here, probably. Just a 10.
Yeah, looks right
maybe.
to the center.
Now Brady.
He's on the Wolverine. He shot well on the Wolverine this weekend.
See a little movement there.
Yep, look at his head.
Sorry. Stay strong in it.
He's
There
way,
you go.
oh,
Good
yeah.
job. Good job.
The release just wasn't going off for him.
He'll take a deep breath and reset here, settle
Plenty of
back
time.
in. You'll watch his fingers tighten up in that release. He's shooting a hinge. He's just adding steady pressure until that bow fires. Boom.
Oh, he wanted the 14.
Yep, he got just left for an 8. Ran out of time there.
All right, so we're going back to Derek. Ballingy on the links. Back-to-back 14s for Derek.
He did get it.
489.
It's a great effort for Derek there.
Yeah.
Mr. Jace Bowles.
Now we got another one at the
Nice
14. 94. And now we got Curtis.
Wow. Good shooting, boys.
Curtis
That's
Broadnax.
that's little 14 too. Hard
Yeah.
to see, hard to aim at, and he got it.
Here it is.
That's good to see.
500 for Curtis Broadnax. Good for him.
So now Mr. Householder.
He's our leader.
Oh, this race just got tight. Puts him at 502. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Wow.
Curtis is 2 points back.
So 502.
Curtis is one of those young archers. When he's on fire, you better watch out.
Yeah. So an 8 will put him at 92. So he's within 10 points of Robert. So I think we're going to have 4 guys in a final 6th and final arrow.
Just Derek. But congratulations to Derek Ballingy. Great shooting this weekend. Tough courses, big tough field of archers.
Super tough competition is right. Every class out here. I don't care from amateur to novice to senior to every class is very competitive and has a talented field of archers in it.
No doubt. Known pro in the pro classes is the biggest of the pro classes. There's a lot of archers shooting in that. So
that's because the judging is such an art and not people. There's not a lot of people that have a lot of time or want to invest the time to try to learn how to see animals and judge the distance like Levi and McCarthy. You know, you saw how good they are at it, and it's hard. It's hard. You can practice it and you can get better, but it's hard to get to that level. So this is going to be interesting here.
Yep. We haven't decided yet if
Brady Hempen's going to shoot first because he's 10 points behind Robert. I believe Jace is going to shoot second. He's 8 points behind Robert. Curtis will shoot third, and he's only 2 points behind Robert. So a lot can happen right here. There's really a shoot-off for third right now, and then a shoot-off for the win.
they haven't gone to the whitetail yet, that 6th target.
Everybody's getting their arrows back from their first 5, and we'll get settled in here and figure out what the plan is.
I was going to say Don Bailey went under a tent. I hope he's not going to have him shoot from there. That might be tough.
Blesbach from stake 6, so it's not a chip shot. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know. I don't know what these guys will think here because third place is still on the line. That's a lot of money with contingency and everything, so you don't want to just be reckless here. Brady looks pretty comfortable there.
Yep.
Let's see what he's going to shoot. I'm going to guess 12. Nope.
He went
for the 14.
I think he just missed it. Low left.
I can't tell from our TV angle.
It's tough, but I think he's just under it.
There was some fist bumps. Let's see what he's got. If he 14s it, Jace has to shoot a 12 to tie him.
Didn't look too hard at it. John's shuffling the cards
Oh,
now.
he's got an 8. Just
thought
off.
he just missed it.
Super close.
Yep. So that's going to put him at 500.
So Jace needs an 8 to take at least third right now. An 8 will give him 502, which will put him ahead of Brady by 2 points. A 14 would put him at 508. I don't know that a 14 will help him a bunch here. See what he decides to do.
He's thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. If he 5s it, if he goes for the 14 and shoots a 5, he'll finish in 4th. So he needs at least an 8 here to get on the podium. He went at the 12.
Did. The arrow's a little left. If he caught it, he's left side, but.
So he just ensured himself a podium spot.
Yeah, Don went right to that card.
He's got a 10.
That's a 10.
So at least third for Jace. Good shooting, great weekend.
Definitely. 504.
We'll throw him at least $2,000 in contingency.
Curtis just needs to hit a 5 to take second.
Mm-hmm. If he hits the target, he's got at least second. He needs a ring here to put some pressure on Robert.
He can shoot at that 14, nothing to lose.
If he shoots at the 14 and hits it, he wraps up second. Be interesting to see what he decides to do here. He needs a ring. A bonus ring here, at least a 12, and then a 10 from Robert will shoot an extra arrow. If he 14s it, it'll be really interesting.
Oh, pulled it.
I believe he's got the 8.
Yeah.
So that'll put him at 508. Robert's going to need 7 points to win this tournament.
Hey, he went for it.
He
had
sure
nothing
did.
to lose.
Nope.
Good for Curtis.
Curtis is going to wrap up second as long as Robert hits this target.
Anywhere but the 5.
Yep. Center of that core, make a good shot.
Gives him 40 seconds, but Robert doesn't need it. He gets on and fires. Yep, there you go.
That'll do it. He's going to be your champion.
I think he might have gotten a 12.
That's a great weekend.
Don Bailey's down there.
And a
Oh,
10 for the win.
Well, hey.
Good for Robert.
Great shooting for Robert. Another young shooter, super nice guy. You're out there on the range, super polite. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is super polite. And he's a well-rounded archer, too. He's doing a lot.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of indoors. He shot well in Vegas this year, and he's obviously got a great 3D game.
We'll get a word from him real quick after he's done with fist bumps. And Robert's coming over to the microphone. There he is.
Thank you, ma'am.
Robert, can you hear us, Robert?
Yes, I can hear you just
All
fine.
right, go ahead.
Hey, Robert, Darren Christenberry here. How about it, buddy?
Man, that's amazing. Man, them guys can shoot so good. It's so hard to shoot this class right now. Anybody can come up.
What about you? How good can you shoot?
If I've never pulled my bow so hard other than those 5 targets, 5, 6 targets right there. I felt like I was going to break my bow.
That's good. I don't know you well, but I know you have to be working hard. Your indoor game is strong. You shot a killer round yesterday, obviously held on one today. I mean, how are you so successful right now?
Man, I've taken a lot of time shooting my bow, especially during the quarantine and just all this COVID stuff. Shooting every day, trying to shoot every day, round after round, just trying to repetition, and just putting a lot of time in.
Fantastic. Well, buddy, well-deserved. Go enjoy this win. Congratulations.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Darren, thanks for being here with us today. We certainly appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Folks, everybody, thank you for joining us here at the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am. We will be back August 27 to 30 in Foley, Alabama for the ASA Classic. You're not going to want to miss it. For all our team here at Competition Archery Media, thanks for joining us.
We are not just a sight company. We are Custom Bow Equipment, your premium accessory company. Precision sights, rests, quivers, and stabilizers. Custom gear for every archer. Available at your local dealer.
Brady Ellison here.
Jesse Broadwater here.
We're going to build an Olympic recurve bow from the ground up.
I want to share all my knowledge with you guys on everything that I do, from taking a brand new bow out of the box to setting it up and hitting 10s on a tournament trail.
Pull one out of the box, go step by step on exactly how I set up a bow to get you shooting it the best you can.